which means that his life was dedicated to bring a new change, to be a new transformation. Tz'i, Nawal, hello everyone and welcome back to the Maya de Keeper. Today we premiere a new segment here in the channel where I analyze famous people's novels. I know this subject has been requested a lot throughout these years here in the channel, so I finally decided to give this a go. Last week I asked here in the community tab on YouTube who would be interesting people to start this type of analysis. You all send your requests. I also received a few on Instagram and Facebook, and I decided to start with this one. She's saying, "Hi Eduardo, I couldn't answer your question on YouTube, but I think that may be a good idea to start the famous people analysis with Bob Marley. Since his movie is out and he's trending, the algorithm may help you so that more people watch your video. Plus, he's a really interesting character." Thank you, Atala, for your message. So let's start this famous people's novels analysis with Bob Marley. But before I start this famous people analysis, let me remark a few things. The Maya calendar is not astrology. We don't base or justify people's behaviors on the movement of celestial bodies. Every time we're going to be analyzing a person through the lens of the Maya calendar, what we're going to be looking at is gestation. One of the basic observations that we make with the authentic Maya calendar is that the baby is alive and conscious in the mother's womb and having the first contact with the world through the mother's experience. So everything that the mother feels, senses, and experiences is what's going to be shaping the primordial consciousness of this baby. So later on, it's going to be reflecting on how this being is going to be responding to the world. After the first breath, we have what we call Nawal. Nawal is the day that we are born in the Maya calendar. It's the word that we refer to spirit, entity, consciousness, force of the world. This is what's going to be giving people an expression of how that Ushlab, the primordial consciousness, was gestated. There are so many layers to enter in here, but I'm not going to be entering too much details, okay? And what we need for starting this analysis, we need the date and time of birth, of course, to find the Nawal. To be more precise, knowing the delivery type and the date of birth of the parents also helps a lot to go way deeper. I have to also remark here that even people born in the same day and time in the same city or hospital or floor or almost everything can have different Nawals or different repercussions of the same one. Because as I said before, what is going to be defining the Nawal is gestation. Bear in mind that every parent is going to be having different Nawals and they are going to be leading with the circumstances of the pregnancy in a different way. The opportunities, the challenges, and so on. So every person is unique. But here in this famous people analysis, I have to rely with the information that I find on the internet and its authenticity. And without further ado, let's just hop into the analysis. Let me share my screen here with you. To be honest, I haven't watched the movie and I wasn't the biggest fan of the Bob Marley's music. What I know about Bob Marley, that Bob Marley was a musician playing the genre of reggae and ska. He was an activist through his music, preaching love, peace, and equity from some songs that I know. Also, he was involved with politics that I remember. And also that he used to produce lots of smoke. He was very famous for that. Here, Bob Marley was born on February 6, 1945, and he died on May 11, 1981. Oh, he died so young. I didn't know that. So let me just hop into my website. So February 6, 1945, saying that's Tz'i, 5 dog. Let me see if I find information about his mother. July 23rd, 1926. Okay, Hop now, 5 thoughts. Maybe the father? Nah, the father, I can only find the year. Let me check if he had siblings. Oh, he had siblings. Let me check the cause of his death, because I don't know. Guys, if you have more information, or if I say for those who are fans, if I say something wrong about him in here, just leave that in the comment section below. Oh, melanoma. Ah, okay, that's sad when you see people departing so young. Okay, oh, but let me see if I find Bob Marley's time of birth. Well, there are some astrology websites that say that it was 2:30 in the morning. Well, I don't know if I can rely on that, but let's assume that this is correct. Oh, and by the way, let me just find his death now on May 11, 1981. One transformation. I'm gonna be touching that later on. So okay, we have the information that we got for starting our analysis. First thing, I know that he had siblings. I know that his mother was Hob Nawal, 5 thoughts, and the year, Hob Care, 5 deer. So that already tells me that she was a very strong person. Of course, I don't have like the order, but let's assume that this information is correct. So that will already tell me that she was a very strong person, very intelligent, probably also very obsessive, but also very, authoritarian, let's say, but also very caring figure, which is good. He's being a fruit of a strong mother. I don't know the further conditions about what happened, how was, the circumstances over there. And Bob Marley is likely to be Hob Tz'i. Of course, with the information that I found, he was born 2:30 in the morning. So there is a slightly chance that he could be maybe the 4, fire in here. But as I don't have further information about pregnancy and other stuff, I'm gonna be having to use the rule of the predominance in between the Nawals. I have a video talking about that. The Nawal 5 is one of the most aggressive Nawals and most dominant that we can see for the entire calendar. So although Nawal Tor is also a dominant Nawal, I believe that 5 Tz'i, 5 dog here can be like the correct one. But let me check here also the Laur Naor is the 10 thoughts, is the year, and he was born in the 13th Tihash Tresena. What his Naor is telling me, knowing that his mother was Hob Naor, 5 thoughts, 5 deer, it means that there could be something going on in her life, or that she was obsessed or was taking her attention away from giving the proper care, proper attention for the pregnancy. So now Tz'i, one of the conditions that could be applying in this case due to his mother is the baby that struggles to make connection during pregnancy. Is the baby that is kind of not taken into account during pregnancy. So whenever the person is born, they're gonna be looking to compensate this lack of stimulus, this lack of connection later on in life. And now Tz'i, men, they are gonna be like a blank paper in which are gonna be very pliable to the other's influences, the atmosphere and the people around them. Now Tz'i is the dog, like the people can behave like a dog walking behind someone, can be just like the humble dog, just loyal to the family that feeds them, but also just like a dog can be trained to bite. So now Tz'i is an owl that talks about emotions and faith. So everything that was lacking during pregnancy is what the baby is going to be looking for in life. So I can say that the Bob Marley, being Hob Tz'i, he had a very strong drive by emotions, probably having like a very compassionate heart as well, being caring with the others. He could be very religious. I don't know how deep he was into his religion, but being now Tz'i, he could be very dedicated to that. Now Tz'i talks about confusion in emotions. As is an emotional driven now, he's going to be very prone also to have addictions. As we all know, he used to make lots of smoke. But also Tz'i also entered into the chaos in the body, just being oversexed and stuff like that. On top of that, he was also influenced by the ruler of his Trecena, 13 Tihash, which is the Trecena of the communication, give him a power in his words. So he was a very powerful communicator, driven by his compassionate heart and his cause. On top of that, the most dominant Nawal would be Lauch Naor, 10 thoughts. It's also a Nawal that adds to justice, for organizing stuff. And Nawal 10 also relates that he was a person for the community, for social environments. So it could be, I think, fair to say he was a person that was looking for maybe human rights, doing right towards what was fair, let's say like that. He could be also very obsessive due to that. So in summary, we can say that his Nawal was driving him to be like a tough dog, like a dog that jumps in front to defend the loyal one, or to defend his strong beliefs. He has like this strong faith also in his beliefs. He was also fighting against injustice, let's say using the power of his communication towards the social aspects, for the human rights. So he was doing things using his words to find a new path that would be more fair, for his cause. His death now entering into this, is one transformation, which means that his life was dedicated to bring a new change, to be a new transformation. But I also say that this chapter was left incomplete, because Nawal talks about being, although it's a transformation, but not something that is transformed, but it's something that needs to be changed, needs to be working over there, but it's still incomplete. So he was a person, as I said, very emotionally driven, fighting for his cause, maybe a compassionate, person for his family, as being born under a mother that is Hob Naor, 5 thoughts, and Hob Ker. Probably she was a very important figure, to train here, just to give him this love and care, more because of this now deer over here. The reason why he was always preaching love, peace, and equity. So I think that's enough for this brief analysis. Let me know if there are any further information. I know I cannot be very extensive in this video. I could stay talking for over 2 hours about other elements, but I think to start opening this new segment, we got enough, okay? Of course, in a one-on-one session, I can go way deeper, because in here I'm just relying on the stuff on the internet. So in consultations, for those who don't know, I work as a personal spiritual guide with the Maya calendar. So if you'd like to have a session with me, you can go to my website, mayadaykeeper.me, look for the consultation types that I have. For example, if you just like to explore what is your now, I have a consultation for that. If you like to explore your relationships, I have a consultation for that. And if you are looking for aligning your career with your spiritual and life's mission, I have the career alignment. Or if you just like to go on a consultation to treat and to talk about something specific, you can book the luminary session. Everything is well explained there in my website. And I think we got all for today. So if you have any suggestions of other people who like to see me analyzing their Nawals, just leave it here in the comment section below. I'm still going to be doing the other suggestions. But I appreciate you watching the video. I hope you have enjoyed. Once again, if you enjoyed the content, please don't forget to leave your thumbs up, because that helps me a lot. So thank you everyone again, and I'll see you all on my next video.